Today we are going to paint. Grab your canvas, a pencil, grab your water, a paper towel, a ruler, a paper plate, your paints. You'll need your paintbrushes. Grab a cup that has a nice circular shape to it. Now grab your pencil and your ruler. We're going to mark the center of your canvas. Draw a little dot. And then grab your cup. We're going to try to put that little dot in the center of our cup. Now we will trace the cup with our pencil. Grab your ruler again. We're going to place the ruler on the circle and mark at the 1-inch point. Grab your cup, place it on the mark, and we're going to trace about half of the cup. Grab your ruler and place it in the center of the crescent shape. Mark at the 1-inch point. Grab your cup again, and we will make another crescent shape that connects with the first crescent shape. Erase the lines that come out so we have a crescent moon shape. Grab your ruler, and we're going to go on the other side of the circle. Mark at the 1-inch point away. Grab our cup, and we will mark half of the cup. Take your ruler and mark 2 inches from the crescent shape. Line up the top of the crescent to the mark you just made, so you have a nice straight line, and on the other side. This is our trigon shape. Grab your paper plate, this is our palette, and grab your crimson red paint, pop the top, and just add a little bit of paint to your palette. Screw the cap on so your paints don't dry out. Now, grab a square tip brush, the smaller one of the two. Get it a little bit wet, wipe the excess water on your napkin, and start painting. You don't need too much paint when you start out. And try to follow the line that you created. Take your time. Move your canvas around if you need to. Try not to get your hand in the wet paint. Try your best to go slow and stay on the line. It's okay if it's not perfect. If you mess up on accident, just wait for the paint to dry and then paint over it. That's the fun part about painting. It's easy to fix if we mess up. Now that we painted around our shapes, rinse your brush out and grab your large square tip brush. We're just going to add a little bit more paint around these shapes. Now grab your vermilion paint, which is just a bright red, add it to your palette, and just start painting the corners. Paint along the edges. On both sides. I've used up all my paint, so I'm going to add more crimson and vermilion to my palette. I'm going to mix them up. And I'm going to blend the vermilion and the crimson together on my canvas. I'm using broad strokes. That's how you get a nice blended color. I'm going to clean it off and work on the other side. It's okay if it's not perfect. And you can also add another color if you want to. This is just one way to do it. Now we wait for our paint to dry completely. I'm going to add black paint to my palette. And then I'm going to look for my smallest brush. Just a little bit of paint on your small brush and start painting the corners. This small brush is really nice. And you don't need too much paint. Make sure to move your canvas around till you get a good angle. Now that I've finished the corners with my little brush, I rinse it off and find my angled brush. It's a flat angled brush. A little bit of paint goes a long way. And I start in the center of the circle and then I work the paint out to the edges. Clean off your paintbrush and grab your smallest brush. Dip it in your black paint and then write your name at the bottom of your picture. We are finished. Hoi chess.